Example number 1. Sketch one cycle of y equals 2 sine 4x. So we will use the formula as our guide. Y equals to a sine bx, where a is the absolute, the absolute value of a is the amplitude, and the b is the period. So amplitude is the height of the curve of our graph. Then period, one cycle is equivalent to 1 period. Okay, so 1 cycle lang man. So first, our given is ito. We will determine the value of the amplitude and the period from here. So ito yung a, which is ang amplitude natin is equivalent to 2. So a is equals to 2. So our amplitude is 2. Then from here, our period is the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x is 4. So our period is 4. So our b is 4. To get the period, our formula for period is 2 pi over b. So to get the period, so 2 pi, our b is 4. So 2 pi over 4, or pi over 2. So our period is pi over 2. So we have now the amplitude, the period. The next is determine the critical points. Critical points. To get the critical points, the formula is period divided by 4. So our period is pi over 2. Diba? Period natin is pi over 2 divided by 4. So the answer is pi over 2 divided by 4, that is pi over 2, diba? Reciprocal of 4 is 1/4. That means 1. So pi over 8. So our critical point is pi over 8. So that means mag-start ta sa 0. The next is pi over 8. Pi over 8. Then ang i-add na to is pi over 8. That is, since ang critical points na to is pi over 8, mo na itong i-add diri. Pi over 8 mag-plus na po ta pi over 8. So that is 2 pi over 8, or reduce pi over 4. Pi over 4. Next is from pi over 4, add na po ta og pi over 8. Pi over 8. That means 8. 8 divided by 4 is 2 times pi, 2 pi. Then 8 divided by 8 is 1 times pi is pi. This 3 pi over 8. Then 3 pi over 8. So 3 pi over 8, add na po ta og pi over 8. So that means 4 pi over 8, or that is pi over 2. That means mao na siya ato ang kuan, pi over 2. So mao na ato ang critical points nga ato ang i-graph. So critical points nato is, so since atong starting point is 0, mag-end ta sa pi over 2, kaya ang period nato or isa ka cycle is pi over 2. Then since gi-divide mo nato og 4, ang purpose aning gi-divide of nganong 4 man kay atong critical ang gikan sa starting to sa isa ka cycle, kay i-divide siya og 4 para makuha na to ang critical points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0, pi over 8, then pi over 4, 3 pi over 8, then mo siyang 2. So gi-divide siya into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next is asa naman ni magamit ang period, dili na siya magamit. Ang amplitude is the height of our curve. Ang amplitude na to is 2. So duha pa saka gikan diri sa 0 ug duha pod pa ubos. So unsa man ta mag-start, since ang given na to is sine man ato yung given. So kung sine ta, then positive, kaya ato ang graph, example 0 ni 0. Kung sine positive, kay paana ta tong graph. Kung imong given nga function kay sine niya negative, paubos ta paana. Since positive man, so pasaka ta, man ta mo tunong diri So to diri ana po na points, connect Then dire ko tunong sa 2, connect, then tunong na po dire Or damo na siya ang easier method, or kung gusto mo makita kung gusto jud ninyo ma-solve jud ug unsaon pag nganong kiniman imong i-connect kay pwede man po ka mag imuha siyang iisa-isa jud og substitute. For example, ang x ninyo is 0, so y equals 2 sine 4 times 0 kung x ninyo is 0. So 2 sine 4 times 0 is sine 0. Sine 0 is equals to 0. So 0 times 2 is 2. So try nimo substitute. Then kung pi over 8 na pod, i-substitute na nimo pi over 8 niya times kini, then times kini. So mo gawas ana is 2. So mana siyang 1. Ay 0 din ni 0. Y equals to 0. Then kung gusto na po nimo kaon ang pi over 8, y equals to sine 4 times pi over 8. Y equals to sine kini kay pi over 2. Pi over 2, that is 1. Sine pi over 2 sine pi over 2 is kuan man na siya, sine pi over 2 is equivalent to 1. So y equals to 2. So mo ni siya nga pi over 8 nimong y is 2. So ana siya i-substitute nimo sa isa kung gusto jud kag sure nga answer. Pero ang easier method, imo ra siya i-connect nya since positive man nga sign, connect nya tunong man siya diri sa 2 gyapon. 2 2